Out and about in the streets and the cyberspace. I'm Marcus G with the coach with the play.
TB.
And life actions serve as the threads that weave together the fabric of our character. Every deed, whether grand or seemingly insignificant,
is considered taking action.
Reflecting who we are and what we stand for. Being mindful of our actions towards others and ourselves is not a one-way street. It is a reciprocal balance. The focus should be on continuous progress and evolution.
If you take action.
Building character and creating balance. Seizing opportunity, making an opportunity actually happen.
Pressing the button to go and watch the podcast, liking the podcast, is considered taking action.
Now what we're going to do, how we're going to move forward, what actions are we actually going to take? A lot of people wait for good things to happen to them instead of creating them.
It can help people gain knowledge, that's what I'm telling you. Learn lessons.
Tap in.
It's considered taking action. Sharing the podcast.
And leave comments.
It's considered taking action. And subscribing to the podcast. Question is, are you going to act on those ideas, thoughts, especially with regards to running a business? Because everybody have ideas.
Also goes to say, acknowledging that perfection is a myth, and the quest of self-improvement is not about achieving flawless, but rather embracing the imperfections that make us human. Striving towards excellence is capable, but the journey of growth and self-discovery that truly enriches our lives. It's good to have mentors who've actually had these experiences and listening to them.
Having a mentor is reciprocal. That is important to understand because I had a mentor, Mr. Joe Austin. He was the president of Harvard Bank.
Mentors help guide you in the direction that will get you to the place that you want to be.
It was reciprocal because he learned from me and I learned from him, you know, because I was of the younger age group and we move a little different than they move. So I was able to give him information and knowledge, and he was able to give me information and knowledge. If you don't take action, you won't learn. And you say, I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at the prospectus. I'm gonna look at your business plan and all that. And you never get around to looking at it, you're missing out on a possible gain or information and knowledge that you would have learned. Regardless of how you look at it, when you take action, you're gonna gain or you're gonna learn about the mistakes that you made so that you don't repeat them. So taking action is very, very important.
The energy we invest in bettering ourselves resonates beyond our individual sphere. Every ounce of effort expands in the pursuit of improvement, sends ripples into the universe. It's a symbiotic relationship.
Okay.
Where the energy we give is reciprocated in ways both seen and unseen.
Did you know that's what we was just talking about earlier today on the phone?
Yeah.
How you have to put yourself in that position in order to get to that position.
Exactly.
So basically, if you want to do something in life, business or otherwise, you have to put your mind frame into that space ahead of time.
It's that energy.
Which is very important when it comes to the universe.
We get these feelings about deals that we say, okay, we're going to try this, but sometimes we know from the beginning that the energy isn't right and then we have to back off from that deal. Things happen seen and unseen. When you are tuned into the environment around you,
basically what you're saying is that the energy that you want, it should be the energy that you give.
People compromise on their dreams and they end up losing time, and time is one of the most important things that we have. It's important that we invest that time and have all these things lined up to have a nice balance where you can do good, you can make money, and you can really have a fulfilled life, because there are plenty of people who aren't happy. It's about the strategy and looking at all the different possibilities. It's important to recognize that energy.
What you want, you know, so whatever energy that you're putting out, you can expect to receive that back. You want to always put out positive energy, goodwill energy, good faith energy, and you will receive it in return. A lot of times when it comes to business with me, if I sit across the table from somebody and I feel that they are skeptical about the situation of the deal, what have you, then it start leaning me more towards not wanting to do the deal with that individual because of the energy that's being put out. I mean, it's one thing to question the situation and you want to see some proof, meaning like you want the blueprints or you want a projection of where you might be in 5 years or 2 years or what have you. We can provide all that. You want an executive summary we can provide you that. You want a business plan, can be provided.
It goes to say it's essential to remain grounded, recognizing that rewards of our efforts may not always manifest in the ways we expect.
Sometimes.
Life has a way of surprising us, and the fruits of our labor may come in unexpected forms or at unexpected times. Yet by staying true to ourselves and persistently moving forward, we align ourselves with the natural flow of life, allowing dreams to blossom into reality.
That's that energy right there.
Like you said, although that we have all these documents and things together, if the energy isn't right, then
I'm not
no one wants to waste their time to pull out all these documents and go through the whole thing. It's about finding the right people and finding the balance in order to be successful. Just because a rock is shiny does not make it a diamond.
I only can link up with those that are like-minded and if producing or providing a positive energy or putting out an energy that's on an upward trend. If you're on a downward trend, then I'm gonna short you, just like I do Tesla sometimes when it goes on the downward trend. So that's a short sale. So what that means is I'm gonna sell you.
Somebody's gonna buy it. A lot of times I talk about me being in IT, but I was big into production and marketing as well.
Promotion.
There are so many factors that come into play, and the energy that's actually going around, what's actually happening with the technology. You look at market trends and you look at these things to find out what is actually happening in the world, because it's an energy that's being sent out, is a signal. It's a wave that if you come in tune with it, that you'll be able to read between the lines. And in tune with the market, there's another article that we have that we're going to drop at another time. We got over like 40 some articles and we're going to keep writing. Make sure you stay tuned and tap in, because
we're sharing our knowledge, our experiences with you, and hopefully it'll be able to help them in certain situations. Now that you heard the podcast about taking action, I don't think that you will be willing to procrastinate so much. And you understand the importance of taking action. It actually helps you build positive habits.
That's discipline and mindset. And a lot of times people go try to compete with others.
The battle is between you and yourself. People always look outward. Sometimes you gotta look inward.
If people actually are able to communicate, they realize that the problem that they have is not really a problem once you understand who you are as a person.
Because the battle is with yourself.
It's an interesting thing just dealing with people and helping people develop business ideas. I take them on this ride, find out what their passion is and what they want and where they want to go. Sometimes along the way, I see a switch flip, and sometimes they don't realize that it is possible, and then when they get there, they don't have the mindset to continue to move and function. The mind can play tricks, do things, and self-sabotage. So that's why it's important to better yourself.
Yeah, taking action provides us with valuable feedback and a sense of accomplishment. When you're in the gym and you're training somebody in the gym, you tell them, hey, do me 5 squats, right? So they did the 5 squats, they took that action. Now they have a sense of accomplishment. So now I'm gonna say, I want you to do me 7 squats.
Right.
And so on and so on. And you get them up to 10 squats and you move them forward by taking actions and having that sense of accomplishment to give you that energy that we were talking about to push you forward with regards to being successful. And a lot of people fail when it comes to taking action because they let their mind stop them from moving forward.
That's where the balance part comes in it, like in the title of the article. Creating balance, character balance, because it is a fine walk to once you get to a certain place, because you're no longer the same person that you were. People aren't prepared for success. Passion and hard work are the driving forces behind transformation. When fueled by genuine enthusiasm and unwaveringly dedication, our actions become illuminating the path towards our aspirations. Others take notice of our commitment, and our endeavors serve as an inspiration, igniting a spark of possibilities in those around us. It's that energy that's important, because when you don't have the right mindset and you constantly being negative, You're going to create negative situations. You're going to bring down the camaraderie of the people in your team. Not saying that you can't have bad days, but there's no such thing as perfection. So if things don't go 100% the way that you expect them, then you're going to be in for heartache, because nothing is perfect. Every day, if we continue to be better, we will get better.
A lot of people think about where they are right now. They be content where they are, right? Only because they think they can't go any further.
Why do they think they can't go any further?
Society have designed it that way.
Think so?
There are people here that don't like anybody, and when they walk in the mirror, guess what? They don't even like themselves. So we can't, concern ourselves with what they're trying to do, how they design certain situations. We just gotta break through it. It's like playing chess. I ain't gonna ask you why you make that move. I'm just gonna say, okay, I see 4 moves ahead now because you made that move. That's how we gotta play it.
Somebody will put a roadblock in your way for you just to have to figure a way around it. And when you really understand what's happening, you can navigate very efficiently. It also takes a strong support system in order to do it. Trying to do it by yourself isn't the most ideal way to go about accomplishing things.
Unity.
Because we can do a lot on our own, but if we don't come together and be united, we are going to spin our wheels and waste a lot of time and not get to our actual goals and aspirations and making this world a better place for us to live in.
You talking about building $100 million company. You can't be bogged down with no one that is not understanding the importance of taking action, how it relates to being successful in business. First thing you want to know is, are you on the same page? Do you have a like mind? Like MGL just said, you can get to a certain point by yourself, yeah. But if you want to take it to a new level, like we are, we have to build that team, right? We have to build the team that's necessary to accomplish such tasks as getting to a point where we have 100 million in revenue.
This is a team effort.
Through the various companies that we invested in. I remember I was about 7 or 8 years old, and I came outside and it was a few older guys. They were building go-karts.
Ooh.
I would sit there and watch them. I was about 7, and I figured everything out, man. I figured that they went to the supermarket, and they took a cart. They took the wheels off the cart. I saw a cart out the back, and the wheel was a little twisted a little bit.
Okay.
Like it had hit something that looked like they didn't want it anymore. I get the cart, I take the wheels off the cart, I go back, I get me some 2x4s, and I cut them up with the saw. And I built my back up so I had a high ride in the back and then the front was low. I just did that from just watching how it was done. So what I'm saying to you is this. It's the same situation. I see these companies that go to $100 million, then they go to $10 billion, and now are somewhere around $4 trillion, cuz. So if you think I'm gonna sit there and watch them build a go-kart and build it, I'm gonna watch these guys run up to 100 million and not follow suit, you got a misconception going on there if you think that's not my thought process.
It's one of the things that I love about watching stocks and trading, because all the things that these companies go through, and they made all this money. As a person who works with business and implement some of these strategies and see how they stack up, the major difference in a lot of these companies is leadership and access to resources. Some of these smaller companies are so much more efficient. Some of them aren't, because they don't have the resources to capitalize on doing things. Realizing that it's really about the leadership team that makes a difference, you start really understanding and seeing opportunities everywhere that a lot of people don't realize, that if you get into a business that you can easily make a couple adjustments within that company, and it can be one of those companies. As an investment group, one of the things that we're doing is we're going to actually take some businesses to market so that they actually exchange on the stock market. Between the day trading and business development, don't think that we're just dealing with your mom and pop shops. No, there's a world out here, and the things that we're doing to really empower people in their business, it's a whole holistic approach, not only from a financial standpoint, but a personal leadership standpoint, which is the most important part of the business.
It's a very thoughtful action to move on when it comes down to uniting with a team for a purpose. That in itself creates such an energy. It's like a ball of energy that puts you in a point where if anything that you're trying to do in the energy, right, propels us forward, allowing us to gain firsthand experience and learn valuable lessons along the way. It's through action that we uncover our true potential and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. Embracing action as the catalyst for personal growth and cultivating reliance is very important when it comes to business. When there's an opportunity for you, take an action one way or another. Don't sit on it. Don't say, oh, I'll get back to you. You know, say yes or no. That's called taking action. Whether you say yes or whether you say no, it's cool. But taking action balances yourself.
In essence, the journey towards self-improvement and cultivating of character is a continuous cycle of growth, evolution, and contribution. Embracing imperfections, remain true to ourselves, and channeling our energy into positive action, we not only elevate our own lives, but we also contribute to the greater tapestry of humanity. As we navigate the twists and turns of life's journeys, let us remember that our actions, that we leave our mark on the world.
Yo, fear of failure is a very big key when it comes to taking action. Fear of success. That's a common thing that keep people in the state of inaction. Fear will keep you stuck in your comfort zone forever. It can be helpful to remember that everyone at some point on their journey has experienced the fear that you are feeling when it comes to moving forward successfully in a business. There is a fear associated with that. That is your that's your opposition. Fear is your opposition. It's a part of it. Look at it that way. It's normal. Push through the fear, take action, and become a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
And keep improving, keep growing, and keep being a better person every day. And the person that's stopping you from actually achieving your success is yourself. And that's why I really resonate with a lot of leaders and innovators and trailblazers who do things. They are willing to take a risk and go after what they really want to do in life.
One day I looked up the word trailblazer, and it had a picture of me right beside it.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, man, I couldn't believe it.
TB with the play.
I was like, man, what am I doing in this book here?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's about laying the groundwork so that somebody else can take that path. And putting out good energy, you're going to get good energy in return. All successful businessmen doing very well. We always been positive influences in the community, and we're going to continue to be a positive influence in the community.
You get things back in unexpected ways. Gave back to the community, gave back to other people. It resonated, it made it bigger, it expanded. So, you know, that's that energy that's important. And I always tell people, protect their energy.
You want to give them the positive energy, because when you provide positive energy, you get energy back. So it's almost like storing up your energy. I have energy on reserves because I always put out positive energy and I get positive energy back. So I have energy reserved in case something heavy come up. You're building yourself up by putting positive energy out and have positive energy returned to you. That way you'll have a reserve tank. So if something come up in your life, in your family life, in your business life, you're able to handle it.
And that's finding that balance, and that's taking action. I definitely enjoy the energy that you bring. And so we want to make sure we continue with that energy as we keep moving forward.
Hey man, I'm Coach with the Play.
TB, my man.
I want you to like,
share,
and subscribe to this situation because we're going to take it to new heights.
This is Marcus G.
Coach TB.
We out
And about
in the streets and in cyberspace. Stay tuned.